Good morning. It's Tuesday, May 27th, and it's about 6 a.m. In the interest of keeping content flowing, I don't know exactly what I would record today. I do have the gym later, so hopefully I can take you guys with on that. And this would be to the other gym that I go to. It was the shirt I was wearing yesterday on the hike. So I do squats usually on Tuesday night. My buddy Jameson's going to join, and there's other people that join. So it's kind of fun, and I think we could probably get some good content there. But it's work day. I work East Coast hours, so I am typically online and firing by 5:45 my time. So I'm pretty tired right now, but trying to get plugging here. I've got this propped up against my coffee, so my first call coming up here is at 6:45, and then I got another one at 7, and then things should kind of calm down until lunch, which happens at 9 a.m. So I don't know, I might get a couple shots of me working or something like that. I can't show you my screen, but just want to keep, posting videos for you guys. Like I said, I'm still, not entirely sure like what the main content of this channel is going to be. I think it's just going to be kind of a little whatever, like I said, a hodgepodge of stuff. So hopefully that's kind of fun, right? Like you kind of just get to see all the different types of things that I get to do. So, yeah, and I do a lot of stuff. So I think it'll be fun for you guys to see kind of some of the things that I do. I've got a bunch of fun stuff planned coming up like in the next like 2 months. So this is a standard, I would say just like a standard day for me. So I am a product marketing manager for a healthcare SaaS company, and they are on the East Coast. So I work East Coast hours, which frankly is great. In the morning, it's a little tough because I have to blink my eyes and wake up, but then I'm done at like 2:30. So that's kind of nice. But it is always a little bit of a challenge, especially when I have like early calls. So anyways, come with me today, and hope you enjoy. So hope your Tuesday's off to a great start. Back again. Had a thought while I was sitting here working. Wanted to share it with you guys, and also would like to hear some of your tactics around this topic. So sometimes when I start, like, there's just tons of different moving projects, and sometimes I start to get overwhelmed and I get stressed. I stop and I ask myself, like, what is the source of the stress? Like, what is causing me stress? And usually I'm able to answer that question pretty easily. So I asked myself that question this morning. I'm like, why are we stressed this morning? And it's like, oh, it's this like one like project. So it's like, okay, pretty clearly, like that's what I need to focus on, is like getting the stuff together for that, right? So that's been something that's been helpful to me, because sometimes when there's lots of different things that are happening and I start to feel overwhelmed, I find that like asking myself, where is the source of this stress coming from? I can just typically pretty clearly identify like why I'm stressed, and it helps me focus on like, okay, like, so in order to feel less stressed, like I need to do that, because when that's done, or like I know that I've checked off my part, I will feel less stressed. So that's just one aspect that's really been helpful for me. Another one that's helpful for me is, which not everybody does this, but I do, is prayer. I do believe in God. So that is something that helps me give up the things that seem too big. Like, let me just focus on what I can control. So that's been helpful to me. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, but I would encourage you, like, whatever you believe in, just find something like bigger than you, because that's been helpful, right? Like, it's good for me to just know that I'm not in charge, really. Like, there's a small set of things that I can control, and that's really my actions and reactions to things. And so sometimes I find I'm trying to insert my control into areas where I don't have control, and that becomes like manipulation, or I don't know, something else. So prayer centers me and reminds me to focus on the things that I have control over, is really ultimately what it is. So whatever it is you believe in, if you don't believe in anything, like sometimes taking a step back and centering and reminding yourself, like, okay, like I can only really influence this, so let me just like focus on that. And I think that's been helpful. So anyways, I'd be interested in knowing, like, what sort of things are you guys doing to identify your stress and like work through that, and like what tactics do you have? Because I would love to hear them. So anyways, I'm gonna keep plugging away. My first call is coming up in 20 minutes, so I need to go to the bathroom and start chipping away at some of the things that are making me stressed. So okay, we'll check in a little bit later. So while I have a little bit extra time, wanted to talk. So you'll probably be able to notice a much bigger difference in the audio quality between the last two clips and this one, because I've got my microphone hooked on. And also, so yesterday when I was on the hike, about 3/4 of the way through the hike, I put on the little, these guys. I didn't know that these guys came with the package, but they did. And so I had also ordered these guys, which came while I was on the hike. So anyways, in reviewing the footage, this made a big difference. There was like no wind sound after I put it on, after noticing that there was some wind. So that was really cool. These are nice that they come with it. They're just like, look, if you look at the size, it's like almost twice the size. I don't know. So I kind of like the way that these look, and it just blends in a little bit better, but these do work, so I'm kind of on the fence, right? Like this looks way better, and it's like more concise, and I know these tend to work, but I don't know. I guess I will hang on to these. Also, the other thing is these guys came in like a little box. I mean, they were in a bag, but they came in a box, so I guess I'm just saying I'm on the fence about keeping them. But the nice thing is that it does come, the kit that I got comes with like, a whole bag and like all the accessories, and it includes two of these, along with the two mics. So there's one here, there's one here, and then this is a receiver for the, like if you have a camera, so it mounts on top of your camera. And then there are two separate receivers that come with this one. One is a lightning connector, so that's hooked into the bottom of my phone right now because I have the lightning connector, but there's also a USB-C, which is nice. So I'll do a separate review, I think probably of this, like after I get some more time with it. But so far, for the price, like this is pretty awesome. It comes with everything you need. I've seen big content creators like Corporate Natalie, for instance, like in some of her videos, she has these little things clipped on. So there are big content creators that are using them. So it gives me hope that I made a good selection. This is pretty much my breakfast every day. It is 4 eggs and a cup of oatmeal with some syrup in there. And then I just put hot sauce, salt and pepper on there. Pretty simple. And get to enjoy a nice view. So we're gonna eat this and relax for our breakfast/lunch. Yum. Our friend has come to the window wanting some nuts, so I'm gonna go grab some for him. Just a second. Hello. Hello. He's like, I'm gonna take this over here. Leave this one there for him. All right, see you later. So I completely failed yesterday on getting the rest of my gym workout. I recorded a couple clips just of like throughout my day, and then started to record some content at the other gym I go to, the Break Off. And my buddy was there for the first time, and we were sort of going over form and squat. So anyways, I did not really get any good squat videos, but it's the next day. Today is Wednesday, the 28th, and I'm going to the gym. So I have a 30-minute trainer session, and then I will have
an extra 30 minutes on my own. So probably won't capture anything in my trainer session just because like he's training me and it's like, I don't know if there's legality stuff or whatever, but I will definitely get some of my workout on my own. So I'll have all my stuff and I'll make sure to capture some of that. I also have my mic with me. I did not have my mic with me yesterday, so that will be good. Also, I'm really not anxious, eager is the word, to see how this mic holds up in the gym. So one thing I'm going to play around with is, I know there's a noise cancellation feature, so I'll do like one clip without the noise cancellation, and then I'll try and turn it on if I remember how to do it. So I'm just wondering, first, I know it's going to pick up my voice much better just because I already noticed from the hike, like it's a million times better. So that's awesome. But the other, like the second video that I posted after the one where I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing, was just me in the gym. I didn't have this, like you could barely hear me. It was just like tons of background noise. So super eager to hear the difference. I'm sure it's going to be night and day, and it's just going to be a better experience for you guys. So yesterday we did squats. Like I didn't really go up that high because I didn't bring my knee sleeves, and I was coaching my buddy, and we were just kind of having a good time. So we'll see what my trainer has in store for me today, but I am kind of looking to sort of make up some of the missed squat weight that I did, because I didn't really go up that high yesterday. The highest I went was to 195. So I'm going to pop the knee sleeves on and try and get some like 235, 225 or 235 pause reps, maybe a little bit more. We'll just see how the legs are feeling. But I want to get some more serious weight on the bar and like really practice on my pauses, and just go from there. So anyways, we're going to be there in a little bit. I'm going to do my stretching routine. I'm not going to film that. You guys kind of already saw like a little bit of what I do, but I don't know. Let me know if you want me to do the full stretching routine. I'll show you guys exactly what I do, and I'll try and get some clips of that so it's not just me rolling on the ground for like, 15 minutes. Eventually I'm going to have to learn how to edit clips, so I know we'll get there. So, but today I'm not going to do that. I'll just get straight into the workout stuff. So see you guys when we get to the gym. All right, back at it. We're gonna try and get our squats back in since we didn't do much yesterday. So right now we're just gonna warm up with just the bar, just get some flex in. Nice and easy. Just focus on depth and form. All right. Do a couple more like that, just to make sure we get loose, and then we'll go up to 135. Just trying to get the body moving. My hips are pretty tight, so just always try and make sure I do my warm-ups. 37, going on 38. Can't risk injuries. I can't just jump up and wait, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, not much time between now and the last set, but one thing to note is we have the noise canceling on. So I'll be interested to see what the difference is between last bar set and this set is. So here we go. All right, feels pretty good. We'll toss on some weight on the bar and then go from there. Okay, 135 on the bar. Should be pretty light work, but we're just gonna focus on depth at the bottom. A little gassy today, so if I hit the nitrous in the bottom of my squat, I don't wanna hear anything out of any of you. Okay. Hopefully not though. It's a good thing I'm in the corner, I guess, yeah? If that was 9 or 10, I lost count, but regardless, it's pretty solid. So when you hear me breathing like that, that's me taking a deep brace before every rep. So you think about it, it's like someone's gonna come sock you in the stomach as hard as they can. You're gonna brace your core. So I'm sipping in air to get it into my stomach. And then I'm bracing my entire core, my lats, my back, engaging my legs, getting ready for the squat. And you hold that all the way through the rep. Exhale at the top, take the time you need, get a really strong brace before going down. Not a huge deal on a weight like this for me, but good to build the habit. So when you get to higher weights, you need that brace. If you lose your brace in the bottom of the squat, all sorts of things can happen. It's all bad. So get in a good habit, solid brace right here. We'll throw on the belt too, and I'll talk about that, how it helps with brace later. Okay, I've got new vlogger problems, guys. I didn't charge the little receiver. I thought it just charged by being plugged into the phone. So microphone is not gonna work. So what I'm gonna do is focus on my brace, see if you can see it in my body, the brace before each rep. We're gonna continue with 135, one more set, and then we'll move up. All right, so it's a pretty good set. I'm only gonna do 5 because we're gonna move up. And then I'm gonna throw the belt on next time, just because I have a little tightness in my lower back, so I don't wanna risk it, but we're gonna go 185 next for 5. All right, we got 185 on the bar. I've got my wrist wraps and my belt on, which is frankly a lot of gear for this amount of weight. It's really ain't shit, but I'm just listening to my body today. It is what it is. My wrists are a little tight, my waist's a little tight, so we throw on the gear and we swallow our ego and we look smart. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, nice and easy. Move up to 225 and see how that feels, and then figure out how many sets from there. But I'm thinking 3 to 5, so that's what I got in my head. All right, 225 on the bar. We got our knee sleeves on for some extra support, which is typical for this weight for me. So it's gonna get some good reps in. That is feeling way harder than it should, to be honest. Definitely do another set here in a couple minutes. I think in general my diet's been off and training's been a little inconsistent, so all contributing factors. Okay, set 2, let's go. That one felt much better braces, much more focused. So I think we'll do one more and then call it there. Okay, last one. Just gonna focus on those big braces and make it a good set. Try not to slam my fingers every time I come in. All right. That was solid. We're gonna move on to, I think, some biceps and then get out of here. Okay, I didn't capture biceps on camera because we were, I was sharing the preacher curl machine with a guy. And didn't really want to like put the camera up and move it every time. But anyways, we did 3 sets of preacher curl and then 2 sets of like a strict curl exercise because there's a strict curl competition on July 4th at the break off. So, you know, I don't know how seriously I'm going to train for it, but I would like to train a little bit. Like last time I didn't train at all, and it was like technically my first competition.
And I didn't really know what I was doing, and it was fun to compete, but it would be nice to like see if I could get some better numbers. So that's going to require putting some more effort into biceps, which ironically is like my weakest muscle, I would say, on my entire body. So it's also the one that I don't like to train as much, probably because I suck at it. So this should be a nice invitation for me to you know, train my biceps and try and get some growth out of them. So there is a technique to the strict curl. I'll have to put in some practice at the break off. We've got a strict curl wall there that we'll be using for the competition that we used for the last one. So it's nice when you have like a setup that you can actually like train on versus sort of trying to emulate it at gyms. So anyways, so we're all done. Kind of a little bit of a bummer about the microphone receiver dying, but note to self, it doesn't charge when you just plug it in. So I will have to, whoop, hello. All right, the tripod's having problems today. I will just have to remember to charge it. And I mean, it makes sense, right? I was out at the hike with it the entire time and used it literally the entire time. There was no problems. And then I just didn't think that I had to charge it. So we'll do it. So I'll charge it when I get back. When later today, I've got yoga on the Bluff. So they do free yoga on the Bluff here in Long Beach, Monday through, or actually every day weather permitting at 11 a.m. And then Monday through Friday in the summer hours, they do a sunset yoga from 6 to 7 p.m. So I am holding a volunteer event, basically holding space for people with the Phoenix that want to come do yoga together. I'll tell you a little bit more about the Phoenix when I'm walking over. I'll bring my tripod. I won't be able to get anybody in the shot that's like from the Phoenix, but I'll try and get some shots of myself doing yoga and just of like the view overall of what yoga on the Bluff looks like, because it's actually a pretty cool deal. So it's all donation based, but you know, technically it's free. If you don't have anything to give, they're not going to ask you for money, and you get this beautiful view of the ocean, and there's a bunch of people doing yoga, and some people bring their dogs, and it's just a good time, man. So one of the things that makes Long Beach great, one of the many things. So stay tuned for that. I will take you through there, but I'm going to navigate this traffic without talking to the camera, and we'll check back in when we're on our way over to yoga.
Okay, it's probably a little loud, but we are headed up ocean to go to the yoga on the Bluff with the Phoenix. So you might be asking yourself, what is the Phoenix? And that is a great question. So the Phoenix is an organization I volunteer for. We put on, you know what? Hold that thought. We're going past some yard workers, just a second. Okay, and we're back. So we put on events for people in various kinds of recovery. There's an app where you can sign up for these events. So like right now, I'm going to host this yoga event. I'm not teaching it. It's just what they have it here for free in Long Beach. It's donation based, like I was mentioning earlier. But I'm just holding space for people if they want it. So there's an app that you can download, and if you see an event in there, it's free. The only cost is 48 hours of sobriety. So it's really just a great way for folks to connect with other people in recovery. And I've been doing that, volunteering for about 3 years. So I'm in recovery myself, and part of having a successful life in recovery is being able to connect with other people who are also in recovery, and like realizing that you can have a good time in sobriety without having drugs or alcohol. So anyways, it's just a nice way to be of service. I don't think I have anybody signed up for this one, but there's going to be plenty of other people there, and the real point is just holding space, right? And some weeks people show up, and other weeks they don't. But at the end of the day, I still get to do some yoga, and that's pretty rad. So we're going to go have a good time. The weather is pristine. I did bring a jacket just in case, because it might get a little chilly towards the end, but hopefully the sun stays out. If it does, then that's going to bode well for us. So we will, I'll check in when I get there. I'll get some shots of what it looks like. It's just really cool. It's a cool scene, man. So we'll see you guys when we get there. I mean, I can't deprive you guys of this beautiful beach view. It's quite a nice walk, just up here on the bluff. It is a little windy. I forgot my little thing, but this is the view. It's pretty awesome. And once the sun starts going down, oh my gosh, sunset yoga is a sight to behold. So anyways, I will catch you guys when we get there. So I was gonna get in the back, but all the spots are taken, so there's gonna be some people in the background, unfortunately, for some of the shots, but I'm gonna try and minimize that. So we are probably just gonna flow. I might get like some downward dog poses and stuff, but I don't think I need to document all of it. But for the sake of the view, I will give you guys a nice good shot here in a second. So this is where we are. We're just up on this grass bluff, and you get quite the view. That's our instructor for the evening. He has a nice speaker, and it's generally pretty chill. We do like some opening stretches, then moving asanas, and then some still poses. So it's always a good time.
Mat and deepening your breath, breathing deep with intention into the stomach, the chest, the ribs, expanding the body on the inhales, and pulling your navel to your spine on your exhales, bringing out all the air in your body. Just allowing yourself to arrive to your practice this evening, both physically and mentally. Starting to make peace with the sounds around you. Really using this class as an opportunity to connect to your body through movement and through your breath. Ears are spread wide. Moving through some cat-cows, inhaling to drop the belly, opening the heart, crown of the head to the sky for cow. Exhaling, chin to chest, navel to spine, hips reaching forward for cat. Inhaling for cow. Exhaling for cat. Inhaling for cow. Exhaling for cat. Going to a neutral tabletop. You're going to send the right foot out behind you at hips height. Finding your balance here, engaging your core. When you're ready, we'll send the left arm out in front of us. Reaching equally through the right heel and the left fingers away from the body. Taking a deep inhale. And as you exhale, bringing the right knee to the left elbow underneath the body. Inhaling to expand. Exhaling to contract. Inhaling to expand. Exhaling, knee to elbow. Inhaling, expanding. This time we're going to drop the left hand back onto our mat. We're going to bring the right toes over to the left side of the body, planting them on the ground. We're just going to start to shift forward, shift back, really feeling into the body. Feeling that right hamstring as you stretch it going back. Lifting that right foot back behind you, We're going to open it to the right, planting the right foot on the ground. We're going to walk the hands in, sitting up tall on that left knee. Inhaling the arms out and up. Exhaling that right hand down to the right leg. Inhaling that left arm high. And exhale, letting that right hand slide down the right leg. Left hand reaches up and over. Pressing the hips forward. And sending your breath wherever you're feeling these poses the most. Taking one more deep inhale. And a long slow exhale. Inhaling to rise back to center. Exhale, planting that left hand on your mat in line with the right foot and the left knee. Inhaling that right arm high. And exhaling to reach it overhead towards the left. Really pressing your hips forward here. For some people, this will be enough. If you'd like a little more, you can lift that right foot to hips height. And if you'd like, you can bend that right knee. Right hand reaches back to grab onto the right foot, pressing the hips forward. Wrists. Heels are reaching to the mat behind you. Heart is shining towards your shins. Maybe walking your dog here by bending alternate knees. Or maybe just swaying your hips from left to right. Just listening to your body and giving yourself what you need. Head is hanging loose. Shaking the head out, no. Shaking the head, yes. Taking one more deep inhale. And as you exhale, stepping your feet forward to the front of your mat.